Okay, actually we are gonna go through this again. So I'm gonna kind of break down my EDC here as a salesman. First, since it's on my wrist, I just carry this watch. I actually don't look at it very often because I work around tech quite a bit, so I can usually just look at my phone or I work with tablets as part of my sales, so I can usually see the time on there. But this is handy to have, just, makes my self look complete as a person. But probably the most important piece of my entire kit is this here Filofax notebook. It's technically like a binder because it's a 6-ring binder here. And then the pencil, this is a tactile turn bolt action pencil, the slim version I think. And I prefer pencil just so that I can erase the things that I write down in case I am writing something to show a customer and I write the wrong information. It's more easy to erase and then write over. Whereas like if I want them to not see something I've written in pen because I wrote the wrong information, it's easier to read pen that you've crossed out or things like that. But I'm just gonna toss this in here. This is just because I forgot to mention my pencil that I always have in my shirt. This is one that I hand to customers because I don't like them to hand my expensive tactile turn one to them, so I just give them this Zebra M301, and it's just a pencil with an eraser under this little cap. And it works great, but it's a little cheaper, so I don't feel bad if it walks away. This is a 6-ring binder that you can buy inserts for, or lucky me, my wife actually makes them. She made this one. And then this is just a monthly breakdown of the year. And then I've also got like a calendar. So this is this month, just where I work, when I work there. I have 2 jobs, so I have to know where I need to be sometimes. And if there's important things going on that day, I have them written down. And then I just use this for your general to-do lists, and I actually have a chart in here that I show to customers for pricing and some of the features of the products that I sell for my work. And then from there, I'd say probably the next most important thing is my knife. I don't use it all that often, but I have to open boxes to help set up products for customers, so I use this multiple times a day. This one is a Benchmade bug out in M390 with the aluminum scales. Don't always carry that knife, it's just been the one that's been in my pocket lately. Next is a flashlight. Same case here, don't always carry this one, just the one I've been having. This one is an S2R Baton 2 from Olight. And then last thing that's usually in my pocket is my AirPods Pro 2. I don't use these when I'm talking with customers, of course. This is for when I'm working at my second job where I don't have to deal with people. I'm just working on my own, so I can listen to podcasts or audiobooks or YouTube videos, or when I'm in between my jobs like driving and such. And then the next thing is my Tough Possum Gear pouch. This is usually in my backpack that I will show you later, but if it's not in my backpack, I always have it with me on my hip. But I don't particularly like carrying it on my hip. I just use it as like an organizer in my backpack most of the time. But most important thing in here is my car key, my house keys, and then this is a Night Eyes espionner with a tile taped to it, just to clip it to my hip, and so I don't lose it. I know that there's a tile version of the key bar or the key smart that I have. I own it, I don't like it. It's not USB-C, so I don't want it. Next is my wallet. This is the Filofax Summit. I bought the armored one. I just don't use the armor. It's just the metal piece that goes in the front. This one's slimmer. That metal piece is actually in the desk behind me. Next thing in here, I don't use this very often, but this is the renowned Milwaukee 1505, which, as you know, has a Phillips bit, which is reversible to be this slotted one. And then it is a razor blade. I don't use this very often. I used it more when I worked construction at my other job. Fun fact, I have quite a few of these. I had this way before they were cool. I've had this one for probably 8 years now. It's the original aluminum one, and then this one I think came in the package with my 1505, either that or it came with that aluminum one. I've had it for a while. It's just a plastic one. And then the last thing inside my Tough Possum pouch here is my alpaca hub pouch with my eraser for my pencil that just fell, which is not a big deal. But the main thing here is the multi-tool, which is the SOG PowerPoint, which if you watch Taylor, you know all about. And then next here, we've got a lighter because fire is super handy. And then we have the Big Idea Design bit bar inline. This is the original, not the Max or whatever the newest one is. This one just has 3 hex drivers in it. And then it's onto my extra flashlight, which is the Olight i5R, I believe, or i5T or something like that. It's just the AA Olight. And then I've got a pair of fingernail clippers. They're the Monkeys or something. They fold down super small. And I have like one alcohol wipe if I like really need to wipe something and get it clean, whether it be my hands or my phone screen or something. Just have it because they're handy. And then from there, I've got my Mystery Ranch Urban Assault backpack. I believe this is the 24 liter. I think that's the only version they sell of this. They might have a smaller one, but this is the 24 liter one. In here, in the top, I carry a Field Notes notebook with a Blackwing pencil that my wife has like used up most of, so it's just short, so it fits with it really well. This is actually a really cool Field Notes notebook. It's like the National Parks cover, but my wife actually took the staples out of them and she like puts thread through them so that they lay a lot flatter and the staples don't get in your way. I actually really like it a lot. And then I have my contacts case in this big top pocket just in case I have issues with my contacts during the day. And then to go with that, I have contact solution. And then in the main big pouch, I'll normally store my lunch at the bottom. And then in here, I'll store a Dr. Pepper in here. Well, I won't store Dr. Pepper in here. I'll put Dr. Pepper in here to put in the fridge at work. When I get it out, I will put it in here so I can drink it and keep it nice and cold. And then next thing in here is hiding from me is my pencil case. I've got pens, pencils, Sharpies, stuff like that. Just about anything you could think of for writing things down. And I've got my tech kit. We'll break into the pencil kit and the tech kit a little bit later. But separate from my tech kit, I also keep an extra battery bank just because I like to stay prepared. I have a cord that stays with this backpack. This lanyard is actually a cord, a USB-C to C. So I use that. And then I've got this little, it's actually another alpaca pouch. I don't remember what this one's called, but the zip pouch or something. It's got just a little pull tag on it. And then it's got some goodies in there, just some pain meds, some ibuprofen, Excedrin, Tylenol, and then Band-Aids, just in case I accidentally cut myself with my knife, which doesn't happen that often, but happens enough that I want to carry Band-Aids. And then in my backpack by itself, I have some more drugs you may need during the day, ibuprofen, Tylenol, Dayquil. And then stuff that I never really use is like this knot how-to. I know how to do some of the knots in there. Different ones I actually kind of use sometimes. This is like zipper lubricant for the backpack because these are like water guard zippers or whatever. So they're really hard to zip and unzip sometimes. So I do that every so often to kind of help them. And I keep an extra pair of sunglasses that just kind of fold up in here. And then in my powder pocket, my last one, I carry some deodorant because no one wants to work with a salesman who smells bad. So I always carry that with me. And then my second job, I do some work with consoles and video game repairing. So I have, this is an LTT screwdriver, and it has a special bit for like Nintendo cartridges, whether it be Game Boy or NES or SNES. It's a special size bit that fits for those. And in my last pocket in here, sometimes I'll carry my Steam Deck with me, not usually because I don't have the time during the day to use it, but I have my extra notebook that I don't use near as much anymore now that I have my Filofax that fits in my back pocket so well that I use all the time. Alright, so just like I was saying, we are going to break into my pouches here. First we're going to do my pencil case. I have a lot of extra stuff in here. This is just a pencil, but it's got like green lead in it. This is obviously a Sharpie, just fine point. Pen, a red Sharpie, black Sharpie. This is extra lead, but this is red. Yeah, red lead for a pencil that I have here that has red lead. This one, some markers in case I ever want to write on like a countertop or like a window or something. It doesn't sound very useful, but I've actually run into it before, so it can be handy. Extra lead for my normal pencil that I use all the time, larger Sharpie, and then mixed in here it's just more lead, some pencils, a red pen, pens, and as you can see, that covers it. Alright, next thing here, we're just going to move into my tech pouch. This is a Fjallraven pouch, G1000 Cordura or something. I don't know what it is, but it works. I've got a large Anchor battery bank. Got a cable that I absolutely love. It's a USB-C to C cable, but it's got a USB-C to A adapter and a USB-C to micro USB adapter. Absolutely wonderful, super handy. And then an Anchor 65 watt brick, relatively small, works pretty well. Just a USB-C to USB-C cable, so I can charge more than one USB-C device at once. And then this is obviously a adapter for SD card and micro SD card to USB-C, USB-A, or micro USB. I've never used the micro USB, but I've used the other two pretty frequently. And then I have an aux cord, which I've never really used, but I've got it. And then I use my old iPhone to record some stuff like this. This is actually for my Game Boys and DS's, but the main thing in this pouch is I've got a lightning cable and my old iPhone for recording. So if I need it, I have the charger and the old one. And that sums up just about everything in here, other than this is just a USB-C extender. And I've got some more USB-C to USB-A adapters in case I need them. But that covers this whole tech pouch. And I've got a hero clip on the outside, but I don't really use that for anything.